Don't know how to tell my sister, 23F, her ex, 25F, and I, 27M, are gonna have a baby. I wanna be happy about this because I'm going to be a dad for the first time, but also feel awful and don't know how this is going to affect my sister, Mel. She's my half-sister, same mom but different dads, so our last names are different and we don't look alike much. Plus I was studying abroad when my sister came out as a lesbian 3 years ago. This is how Jenna, my girlfriend, her ex, and I never connected the dots until after we were seeing each other a while. Mel developed feelings for Jenna when they were co-workers and they started going out. She was basically the person who helped my sister realize she was attracted to women and came out of the closet. I never met Jenna when my sister was dating her and only saw a picture of her once, but that was when Jenna dyed her hair blonde. We were both busy with our lives so we didn't communicate much. I found out they broke up and Mel was completely heartbroken. She said Jenna no longer had feelings for her and was having doubts about her sexuality, so she decided to end their year-long relationship. I ended up moving back months after their breakup after I graduated and found a new job. I eventually decided to try dating again. Went on a few Tinder dates and guess who I got matched with? Yeah, Jenna. But like an idiot I didn't think anything of it. I mean, there's like a million Jennas out in the world. We had our date and really clicked. She's so sweet, funny and genuine. I knew by the end of the date I was gonna fall for her heart. And we did. We love spending time together and things got serious pretty fast. COVID made it hard to see each other often, but we basically FaceTimed several times a day, so we were still close in a way. Barely 2 months ago we finally figured it out. She slept over at my place and I got a call from my sister telling me how my mom's doing. One of her coworkers got COVID, so my mom got tested, came back negative. We talked about my family. I showed her a pic of my sister and she froze. Like literally her face went white. I asked her what was up and that's when the whole thing came out. We were both pretty shocked. Jenna knew Mel had a brother, but because I wasn't in much contact with my sister back then we just both never knew. It was awkward, but we both had, still do, deep feelings for each other and well, kept going out. I haven't been able to figure out how to tell my sister, and now we've just learned Jenna is pregnant. Which we're both really excited about, by the way. It wasn't expected and this relationship has only been going on 11 months, but we're still looking forward to being parents and love each other deeply. We're making plans to find a bigger place to move in together before the baby gets here. I just have no idea how I'm going to tell my sister all this. She was really broken when they split up and as far as I'm aware hasn't dated since. Jenna was pretty much her first love and I'm scared this is going to crush her. She's basically going to be the aunt of her ex's child and I'm not sure what's the best way I can break the news to her. Anyone have any advice on how to proceed? Now, time for the top comments. Advice number 1: tell her ASAP. Tell her this exact story. Advice number 2: prepare yourself for the worst outcome because it may happen. Your sister might never want to see you or Jenna ever again. You should have told her 2 months ago when you figured it out. By waiting, it looks like you were intentionally keeping her in the dark. Tell her the truth and that you both only recently figured out the connection. Honestly, though, it's very likely she's going to cut you out of her life at least for a while. Knowing you and Jenna are together and having a baby will hurt badly enough. Actually having to see you together and see the baby will probably be more than she can handle. Not trying to make you feel like you shouldn't be with Jenna, just want you to be prepared and braced for the loss. I don't know, to me moving in and having a baby with someone you've known for less than a year who happens to be your sister's ex is really bad news. I don't think you're as innocent here as you're making yourself out to be. You chose to have a baby with this woman and thus permanently involve her in your life before even telling your sister that you two were dating. Mel should cut you out of her life in my opinion. I feel really bad for your sister. I get that you love your girlfriend, but after finding out, did you not stop to think how devastating this will be for your sister's life? Let me put this in perspective. Your sister probably struggled extremely hard to realize she was gay. Even if she didn't say she did. Do you know if your sister has anxiety or depression? If she does, how do you think this is or will affect her? She fell in love, and her first girlfriend rethinks her sexuality and breaks it off. Right there is already a traumatizing moment for your sister that will cause trust issues in any new relationship going forward. Now she is going to find out you are having a baby with that girl. Your sister is going to be so emotionally damaged from this. You have set your sister up for so much fear and trauma. You didn't even contact her right away to tell her what was happening. You waited until your girlfriend was pregnant. So you hid the fact that you knew who she was even if it was months in. If you went to her right away and explained, you could have done so much damage control. You are honestly horrible and selfish. Even if she ends up being okay with it, she probably is going to be traumatized even further of any relationships. Any relationship you had with your sister will likely never be the same again if she doesn't straight cut you out of her life. Time for the next story. Am I the idiot for inviting my sister's ex to my wedding and not her? I'm getting married to my fiancé Brad whenever things get less hectic. We have everything planned out, including who's coming, which has been very controversial. My sister Leah used to date Brad's older brother Mike. She broke up with him because Mike cheated on her. Mike became a bit of a stalker and did things, and she got a restraining order against him. I was angry at Mike, but when I went to university his brother was in my class and we fell in love. Anyways, when we were discussing who should come, my fiancé said he wanted his brother. Brad said it's because he's very close with Mike and also Mike saved his life. Brad wants Mike to be there to see him progress even further in life. Brad teared up a bit. He isn't an emotional guy, and said he's sorry but he's choosing Mike over Leah. I'm very close with Leah, but Brad is my future husband, so he kind of takes priority. I told Leah the bad news, thinking she would understand because she's still going dress shopping with me, and she said I was no longer welcome in her home or to see my niece. Am I the idiot? Now, time for the top comments. You're choosing your sister's adulterous ex-stalker over her, who has done nothing wrong except date the wrong guy. She shouldn't be punished because Mike doesn't know how to behave himself. Why isn't your fiancé worried about starting the marriage off on a bad note with you? You, Brad, and Mike are all the idiot. Edit, you are the idiot, abbreviation so it counts. You are the idiot. Restraining orders aren't given lightly. This isn't just the wedding. This is you choosing Mike every time from here on out. A family who cheated on, stalked and terrorized your sister and whose own family condones it. I see your sister going no contact for good now, and I don't blame her. And just so we're clear, you also BTA when you whine to everyone how she isn't supporting you when you get cheated on. Because that's how that family raised their boys. You are the idiot. Punish the victim. Mike cheated. Mike stalked your sister. You are both very close to your siblings. You're sending a terrible message that the victim must be the one to suffer. Mike is a bad guy, or at least has done some bad things. It's nice that he doesn't have to deal with the ramifications. It's pretty disgusting that your sister is still made to suffer at his hands. Don't worry, it's okay that your sister cut you off because she would be banned for all the other big events in your life anyway, because Mike will be there. Birth of babies, kids' birthday parties, anniversary parties, holidays, all because you need her stalker there. Way to go. Are your parents still going? I hope not. Why would they feel comfortable around someone who stalked their daughter? Hey, when you're going dress shopping with your sister, forget the traditional white dress because I think a clown suit would be perfect for you. You are the idiot. Time for the next story. Am I the idiot for maintaining a good relationship with my sister's ex? Hi guys. Throw a we here. So I'm pretty great friends with my sister's ex. Let's call him Jake. We have many intellectually enlightening conversations and we grew close while they were together because we have similar star signs and he understood the nature of my anxiety. He's a very intellectually grounded and open person, as well spiritually, emotionally as well. Or at least, that's what I have experienced. By the way, it's no weird stuff. I have a boyfriend that I am absolutely crazy about. Me and my sister's ex, it's very platonic. I never had an older brother, so he literally feels like my older brother. Anyways, they split up about 2 years, 1.5 years or so ago, and while I know of course it wasn't daisies and sunshine with them, especially as when they were splitting up, to my knowledge at the time it was things all couples kind of went through. So he and I have been close all this time. We don't talk a lot at all, but I'll call him if I really need advice and things like that. I truly love him as a dear friend and brother. He's really a very singular individual, very singular perspectives and all that. Which is why it was kind of upsetting for me when my sister told me she was uncomfortable with us being cool like we were. She didn't have a good experience with him, like it seems there are very negative feelings towards him within her. She felt he would put her down or be manipulative in very odd ways, and she gave me specific instances where I was like, dang, I didn't know that. It would be like low-key subtle comments and stuff, but this was also when they were together. He obviously never treated me this way. But I didn't know about any of that all this time. She just told me like 5 days ago. In addition, she and I are not on the best terms right now. I feel she invalidates my feelings a lot. And stuff to do with boundaries and shit. So lately I've been feeling so conflicted. Tonight I had someone send me a very nasty comment about my artwork, and because my boyfriend was working and I really wanted to vent to someone, I called Jake. He instantly helped me to feel better and giving his perspective and chatting about it. We were even able to laugh about it and stuff. But now I'm feeling so conflicted about whether I should cut this person out of my life BC of my sister's wishes feelings or maintain that relationship despite how my sister feels? Sigh. Time for the responses. Quote. I truly love him as a dear friend and brother. End quote. Weird, but okay. Quote. He would put her down or be manipulative in very odd ways, but this was also when they were together. He obviously never treated me this way. End quote. Do you think people who are manipulative and emotionally abusive in their relationships are that way to everyone around them? It's actually in these people's best interest to seem the perfect person to others in their lives, so they can invalidate any accusation of abuse with a crowd of supporters saying but they're such a nice person. Looks like you're going to have to make a choice. I don't think she's the idiot for not wanting that man in her social periphery, especially when it's her own sister keeping him there. But you sound like you don't even like your sister, so I don't think that'll happen. Personally, I think you are the idiot, because I've known manipulative men who sound very much like the man you've described. Now leaning a bit towards you are the idiot. She has every right to feel uncomfortable that, through you, her ex is still in her life even if she's not the one seeing him. However, she can't choose her friends. My opinion sways in her favor if he is manipulative. If you trust her, then I would stand by her. I think it's better to assume people are telling the truth when it comes to situations like that. Unless she's done something massive to suggest she would lie about this, reconsider the friendship. Manipulative people are good at seeming like amazing and thoughtful people, so keep in mind that just because he hasn't treated you poorly doesn't mean he didn't treat her poorly. You are the idiot, unless they had children together and you have nieces and nephews. This is inappropriate. Unless, of course, you hate your sister, which it kind of sounds like you do, or you just want to cross boundaries because you think she does. Either way, it sucks. Thank you for listening until the end. Since you have made it this far, would you consider subscribing? Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.